So it's Saturday morning, 6 o'clock, starting out with a disappointment for my garage sales. I show up to the house. Let me show you what that looks like. Waiting on the garage sale too to open. No garage sale. If you can see, there's a sign on the garage. No garage sale today. It's canceled due to the rain. Coming again next Saturday. Wish I would have seen some type of notice before I drove out here. 6 o'clock. Ugh. Not even raining this morning. It's wet. We're at a local QT. Yeah, definitely. It has been raining, but it's not raining anymore. I don't see why that sale is canceled. Garage selling is all about BOLO. What's BOLO? Be on the lookout. We are BOLOing for baseball bats this morning. We are BOLOing for racquetball rats. I just sold a racquetball that wasn't part of this challenge. I picked it up for 50 cents at the local Howell thrift store, and I sold it for 20, I think. I watch a lot of other YouTubers that do garage selling, and they said watch out for racquetball rats that have a V-shaped string, like the strings coming like to a V in the middle, and they were right. I'm BOLOing for Guitar Hero guitars, BOLOing for Nerf guns always. I guess I'm looking out for electronics. Oh, I was going to tell you what sold overnight. Something I just listed last night, that Denon remote, like universal remote. I only listed it, I think, for $20 or $25 because it had all the packaging and original paperwork and everything. But when I took it out, like the sides of it were like sticky, and some of the like coloring was coming off. I don't know how to describe it exactly. But be sure if you're doing eBay that you mention that sort of thing in the item description. Otherwise, the person will be pretty pissed. But I mentioned it quite a bit, and they still bought it. So I think at retail, or it was selling used for over $100. So somebody got a pretty good deal if they can figure out like what to do about that. Here's what that looks like right here. Far this morning, I got this bundle of video games: Nintendo DS, a Wii, and Xbox 360. Looks like there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 there. Got it for 15 bucks. So I'm not sure that's a good deal. I'll have to see if there's any good ones in there. I got this Echo Dot 3rd generation. It's still new. The packaging still sealed. They'll go for like 30 bucks, so that's okay. In this bag, these are custom Vans. I sold some Vans, not part of this challenge, but a couple weeks ago that were kind of a crazy color. I sold them for pretty good. I paid 10 bucks. I paid up on these. She said they're only worn twice, but what's special about them is they're custom made, and so this is, people really like kind of tie-dye color and then also the checker, and so those combined, you can see they don't have much wear on them. They come in a bag, and so I paid 10 on the shoes, and then I got this, it's hard to see, but this Bun coffee maker. I paid $2 for it at an estate sale, and it goes for maybe like 30 or so. So it's about 8 o'clock. I've been to a couple garage sales, an estate sale, swung by home, pick up my mom. What's your BOLO today?
I don't know what that means.
Be on the lookout. What are you on the lookout?
Plants.
She doesn't sell them, she just collects them. Ants.
Big plants. Come on, let's go.
Well, I got a Igloo little Playmate vintage cooler. It's like from the 70s or 80s. Might make a couple bucks. How's your luck?
Nothing.
Go picking at this Howell thrift store. Most of it's junk, but they have some really good stuff. You can go at just the right time. So right at noon I went. I got this Nike golf bag that is in really great condition. I got it for $2.50. Got this tennis racket, kind of a rare Venus and Serena tennis racket, $2.50. And then right as I was about to leave, the guy came out with this. So got a PSP, PlayStation 2, supposedly in that box for $10, and then $2.50 for each of these boxes of controllers. So, but from the Nike bag alone, I'm probably going to ask, I'm thinking about $40 for it, and so I paid $20 for all this stuff, so the bag alone should cover everything. I got to get the PlayStation home, make sure it works and everything, but either way, looking at profits, that's good. Found a Sunday-only garage sale that we went to. In the pictures on Facebook that they posted, I spotted this golf case These hard cases are really good. They sell for a lot. I got it for $12.50, and it should sell for $40 to $100, depending if I want to ship it or if I want to try to sell it locally. I got a box stitch framing nail gun. They said it works. I got it for $12.50. It should sell for anywhere from $50 to $100. I got this Fit zip. I got it for $5, and it should sell for $60. It's still new, sealed. I got this Mickey Mouse bag, and it has another bag inside of it. I haven't had a chance to look it up, but it does have a Disney tag, and so the videos I watch, they'd be on the lookout for Disney stuff. So this was I took a chance on this one, but I got it for I think $3. And then in this bag is a bundle of Wii. So I got a Wii console, videos, controllers, and hookup cords. And I got the whole bag for $14. $1 each for the games and $10 for the rest of the bundle. And that pretty much takes it for our Sunday garage. I had a couple sales on eBay today. I sold 2 of my Nerf guns. I already packed the red one. I forgot to show it, but I'll show the sold listing here in a second. And then I sold the blue one too. So it's been less than a week, and out of the 4 Nerf Rival Nemesis, I only have 1 left. And so I've already made back the $80 I spent on the whole lot of Nerf guns. And so I guess I have 5 left plus the few extras, and at this point it's just going to be pure profit. So it's Sunday, and I'm getting ready to meet up with somebody to sell them the custom vans that I picked up yesterday at a garage sale. I put them on eBay and Facebook Marketplace later last night, and within like an hour or two, I had close to 3,000 views from just Facebook Marketplace alone. Really kind of makes me question selling on eBay sometimes over Marketplace, because I had so many views from Marketplace alone. I had people contacting me for them from Kansas, Maryland. Ended up somebody from Oolagaz driving to Broken Arrow to get them. I really probably should have asked for more, but that's just a learning lesson. I'm still happy. I paid $10 for them, and they're selling for $40. The custom vans buyer showed up, so that's always good. Whenever I do Facebook Marketplace sales, I pretty much make it convenient for myself so that I'm not driving really far. So I meet at a gas station. It's a half mile from my house. It takes maybe like 6 minutes, 7 minutes round trip if the buyer's there, which that's always a risk that they're not going to show up. But these are a pretty hot item. I was going to mention I had 30 people message me about those vans in just a few hours time, so I definitely should ask for more. Here's my $40 though, which I got them for 10. So I guess sometimes it's okay to just pass along the savings, because I think that was a really good deal for both of us. I sold these Bose speakers, the computer speakers. They're the Companion Series 2. I ended up getting $25 for them, and I paid $5. I sold them on eBay, so there'll be taxes and fees that I got to calculate what my takeaway is from that, but overall that's a pretty good flip when it's $20 before taxes or before eBay fees. Sold this Nerf 25 dart drum magazine on eBay. I sold it for $5. There's going to be eBay fees that I'll calculate here at the end of this video. This is one of the things I got in that lot that I essentially got for free, so you can't complain about $5. Still Sunday. I am headed up to the Quick Trip by my house. You can see I have my Nike golf bag by me that I got this morning for $2.50 at the Howell thrift store, and I put it on Facebook Marketplace. I put it for $40 on Marketplace, and within 5 minutes I had a buyer that wanted to meet me within 20 minutes. So let's go and see if he shows up. I'm waiting for my guy to show up. He's buying the golf bag. He's about 5 minutes away. One key to selling on Facebook Marketplace is communication. If a buyer's not communicating with you very well, I tend to not even waste my time, because I've spent so much time trying to meet people that don't show up. Usually if it's going to be a few hours or the next day till I meet somebody, especially if it's going to be the next day, I will send them a confirmation the day of that we're supposed to meet, just a few hours from meeting time. If on Messenger you can tell someone reads your message or not, if they don't see it and don't read it, a lot of times I might not even try to go meet that person, especially if I've told them in advance that I'll confirm with them on that day. Next question is, how do I decide how to price my items? So you can, eBay is a really good site to figure out how to accurately price stuff, especially when you're buying something for $2.50 like the golf bag. So you can go on to eBay, and anybody can list something. You could list this bag for $500, $1,000. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, is to say, well, it's selling on eBay for $200. I'm going to list mine at $200 or something crazy like that. Like I said, you could list your product for whatever price you want. What really matters is what the product is selling for. So this golf bag, I found the exact one that sold on eBay. It sold for $150, but that one was brand new, and I think that it had free shipping. Well, when you're selling something big like a golf bag, I'd prefer to sell it in town, so I don't have to mess with shipping, getting a really big box. This one wasn't new. It's got a few scuffs on it, which I pointed out in my item description. I decided to list it at $40. With my challenge that I'm doing, the Follow My Flipping Dollar, I started with only $1. And so the key to my really fast growth is that I continually have money to reinvest in my side hustle. And so if I price this at, say, $80, maybe like the right day, the right buyer, 2 months from now, someone would buy it. That's great, but I'm really not trying to sit on inventory. I don't have just a ton of space to store stuff. I'm just trying to buy stuff at good deals, sell it, at least double my money, or 20 to 40 times my money, which in the case of this golf bag is probably like 15 times my money or something like that. But anyway, so I'm happy with $40. That's kind of my niche that I like to sell things for, 20 to 40. If I'm meeting that someone from Facebook Marketplace, I'll meet somebody for as low as $10. If I made a bad purchase and I realize I can't get more than $10 out of it, I won't meet it for any less than that. A lot of times in that case, I'll try to sell it on eBay, or if it's too big to sell on eBay and just not gonna sell, I'll just redonate that to Goodwill or some other donation place. But it looks like today my purchases are pretty much at $40. I sold something else that is not part of this challenge. I sold some Birkenstocks. I sold those via Facebook Marketplace, and the person wanted me to ship it to them, no problem. So I did that. I'm happy to ship stuff if it's small, that's for sure. But anyway, that's basically how I priced stuff. Well, the guy did show up, but he said the bag was smaller than it looked in the picture. So I just take that as good feedback. I only spent, 10 minutes, coming this way, waiting for him, meeting. I'll go back home, and then I'll just immediately go on to the marketplace again, relist the item, and this time I'm going to put the dimensions, and maybe just that it's not a huge bag, so that, because I don't like that I wasted his time, and I don't like that I wasted my time, but it's still a nice bag, and I think that somebody's still going to want it. The point of that's to say, if you're looking to get into hustling, the side hustle, reselling items, especially if you're doing marketplace, that does happen where you show up and the person just doesn't show up, which I found ways to try to avoid that. But sometimes they show up and they just don't want the item. I try to buy stuff that I really think's a good brand that's gonna sell, and so even if they don't want it, that hopefully somebody else will. And when you're looking at taking $2.50 and turning it into $40, you just kind of have to accept that just happens sometimes, and you just move on. So we found the leftovers of a garage sale that someone's giving away for free. They had a lot of stuff, clothes and sports goods. That's what most people are concerned about. I saw these college books. That's what I'm concerned about. So I'm gonna show you on Amazon how much they go for. I'll scan each one. This stack right here. This one sells for $179. This one sells for $7. This one sells for $35. This one sells for $20. This one sells for $30. This one's still new in the plastic. It'll sell for $20. This one will sell for $67. that one only sells for 2. We'll put that one back. And this deal will sell for 10 bucks on Marketplace. That's it. It's still Sunday, and I'm headed out to meet somebody from Facebook Marketplace to sell the framing nail gun. I put it up for 80. He offered me 60. Or no, I put it up for 80. He asked if I could go less. I just thought I'd get 60 out of it, so I said 60. And we'll see if he shows up. And I bought the item for $12.50. So the guy showed up for the Bostitch framing nailer. That was a quick and easy flip. I didn't even have to post that on eBay, just Marketplace. 60 bucks. I sold this Timbuktu bag that I picked up by mistake that had a slight rip in it, but I basically just disclosed that on eBay. Someone offered me $5 for it, and I took it because I only paid $3, and I'm just happy to get it out of my garage. So it's Sunday night. I just met up with somebody for the golf, like, hard rolling case. He said he was traveling tomorrow and that his wife just broke his, and that he was hoping there was one on Facebook and that mine was a lot nicer than his. So that's awesome. Here's my 50 bucks that I got from it. Yep, 50 bucks. So overall, this Sunday has been incredible. Way better than Saturday. A couple garage sale, thrift stores, and just lots of Facebook Marketplace meetups and a few eBay sales. So either tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to total up what my total sales revenue is and hopefully add that on to the end of this video. Sold my last Nerf Nemesis Rival out of that bundle of 8, or yeah, 4 of them were those big guns. Here it is all bundled up. And I figured out my total sales and just all the numbers and accounting. I'll go over that with you here in just a second.